Hello world, a Russian cybercrime gang going by the name FIN7 has been caught red-handed in an ingenious but greedy plot. FIN7 has been setting up fake companies in an attempt to recruit innocent pen testers, tricking them into carrying out ransomware attacks on their behalf. It's a very creative and interesting scheme, so let's dive into it. For some context, FIN7 is one of the world's most notorious cybercrime gangs. They're known for hacking point-of-sale systems. In 2018 alone, they were found to have siphoned off 5 million credit card numbers after they hacked into US department stores across America. The FBI said earlier this year that FIN7 is responsible for over $1 billion in fraud. The fraud intelligence company Gemini Advisory has exposed FIN7's new scam after a source, whose identity has been kept under wraps, was offered a position as an IT specialist at Bastion Secure Limited, which is the fake company set up by FIN7 to recruit pen testers. The website for the fake business is still live as of making this video, but Chrome and Safari now show a warning page if you try and visit it. The first thing that stands out to me is that their logo spells out BS, which I suppose accurately and perfectly describes this whole facade. I don't know if that was an intentional Easter egg or just a coincidence, but it made me giggle nonetheless. The website does look surprisingly convincing and legit, though as it turns out, the miscreants have just ripped off and repurposed another company's website. Our criminals here have gone to some lengths to make their site look at least somewhat legitimate to anyone doing rudimentary checks. For example, in their About section they list a UK address, which does actually correspond to a real company named Bastion Security North. However, look a little bit closer and you realise that was shut down in 2014. The company also had nothing to do with computer security, as they manufactured metal doors, sash and trim products. In order to ensnare pen testers, Bastion Secure posted legit-looking job ads on Russian job sites. Gemini explains that Bastion Secure's job offers for IT specialist positions ranged between $800 and $1,200 per month. Now that might sound low from a Western perspective, but this is a standard starting salary in post-Soviet countries. Which brings us to the real reason FIN7 are going to such lengths to recruit white hats. Hiring an actual black hat to do your dirty work is expensive. They will expect a decent percentage of profits, which when you look at how pricey ransomware payouts can be, is a hell of a lot of money. Given the skill set of black hats and white hats is rather similar, if you can socially engineer an unwitting pen tester to do your bidding, then you can get a black hat for the price of a white hat and save stacks of cash. Bastion Secure posted vacancies for PHP, Python and C++ programmers and reverse engineers on their website. The mysterious source, aka our unwitting victim, was contacted by a Bastion HR representative who told them that Bastion had reviewed the source's resume and were interested in hiring them as an IT specialist. After conducting an interview over Telegram, the source was sent an array of hacking tools they were to use on their first real assignment. At this point, Bastion's mask began to slip, as the source was assigned their first pen test and provided access to a company's network without any legal documentation. The employee was also required to use specific tools to avoid detection, and was warned of a heavy fine if the source installed antivirus software on the virtual machine that they were using. Way too many red flags raised the eyebrows of our victim, and the fact that they were told to collect information on file systems and backups was the final nail in the coffin, and they ended up contacting Gemini and bringing this whole saga to light. Upon further analysis, the hacking tools provided to the source for their engagement were actually components of the post-exploitation toolkits Carbonek and Lizard Tyrion. I think I've got that right. Both of which have been previously attributed to the FIN7 group and can be used for both point-of-sale system infections and ransomware attacks. Gemini has told law enforcement everything they know about this operation, and whilst you may think any prospect of catching the perps is hopeless, a FIN7 hacker was sentenced earlier this year to 10 years in prison for his part in the group, in which he worked at Combi Security, a previous fake company set up by the group which saw a similar plot go down. This video is brought to you by NextPCB. NextPCB presents their free PCB analysis tool at NextDFM. With it, you can easily check the manufacturability of your PCBs. For Gerber files, the software can automatically identify the layer type, adjust the drilling format and alignment. And with PCB files, NextDFM can directly analyze the PCB. Simply drag in your PCB files or Gerbers to get started. You can even panelize your PCBs directly within NextDFM. It takes a matter of minutes. You can also calculate the impedance required for certain traces directly within the software. Make sure you check out NextDFM, developed by NextPCB, link is in the description. If you enjoy this kind of video, make sure to help me out by mutilating the like button for the YouTube AI, as well as turning on those sub notifications. If you want to see what goes on behind the scenes, make sure to follow me on the Instagrams. I'm at Jonty, I will of course link it in the description. And if you're looking for something to watch next, go check out my previous video on how Google rumbled an operation to hack YouTubers. As always, sources will be linked in the video description. Stay tuned for more hacking videos, and have a good one.